Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. Using girls on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
Welcome to another arcade versus home port. In this video comparison I'll be taking a look at Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo X. Well, in the arcade, I walked into that one, and on the SEGA Saturn as part of the Street Fighter collection. Now basically this was the successor to the new Challengers, and it introduced a certain number of combo moves such as super combos, air combos, and also was it the first appearance of Akuma. And basically this is probably my favourite version of Street Fighter 2. I had it on the 3DO as well actually, and I remember when it first came out on the 3DO and everyone was shitting their pants saying it was arcade perfect. It's not, because it doesn't have Parallax amongst other things, but it does have a gorgeous CD soundtrack, as you would expect this to have. Now obviously the arcade part of this comparison video, I'll be running this on my original modded Xbox through CoinUps 8, so I have no idea how the buttons are mapped out on the Duke, and then I'll be playing it on the Saturn. If you are a massive fan of Street Fighter, I really do recommend you pick up that collection on the Saturn and pick up the Japanese version, because it is super cheap. Anyway, let's get into this. Put some money in. Money. I love emulation. It makes me feel like a rich god. Now, I'm doing a comparison, so possibly, depending upon how bad they are on the Saturn, maybe edit the loading times, but I don't think they're that bad. I shouldn't have said that out loud. How do you get it so you got a proper costume? I always forget that. But yeah, the other thing is, I don't profess to be, I love Street Fighter, I absolutely adore it, but I do not profess to be any good at it whatsoever. So obviously you got your rage bar at the bottom. Right. Really? That button's there. And yeah, looks tasty and delicious. This is a CPS 2 system, isn't it? Oh! There's worse ways to die than that I can think of. Thank you, Kylie. Someone's flossing. Did you see what I did there? I do not like this bad for this. Joy, listen to me, concentrate. You can literally hear gears in my head. Come on. It pains me to hit Kylie, because she's lovely. Yeah, so basically you got your 4 face buttons and you got your little white and black one at the bottom, and you've got to use those. It's been ages since I played this in CoinUps 8. Oh, there we go. I love that move. Look at me telegraphing. Music's stunning. Graphics are stunning. So I'm guessing it was new Challengers. Was that CPS 1 or CPS 2? I don't know. I'm not an expert. That's what I meant when I said someone's flossing. This is a horrible pad. I've got the Model 2 Saturn pad, so that's going to be tasty and delicious. Alright, Ken, don't overdo it, mate. I'm going to change character. Everything about this game is super polished. I mean, you probably thought, well, obviously a turbo version was coming after the new Challengers, but you probably thought after the new Challengers, how can you polish pure gold any more than this? Simple. Wrap it in more gold and polish that. Right. Oh, listen to the music. Let's go with Chun-Li. He says, and he's just skipped by it twice. God, how far we've come from the original Street Fighter that only had 8 characters and no playable bosses. Yet, in its own right, is still a tasty and delicious snack. There we go. Get some of my licorice thighs in your face. You probably like that though, won't you, Ryan? Ryu, that is your real name. seems to work. No, you don't. Oh, you cheeky son of a bitch. Because this is MAME, no, you can't remap the buttons. I know, excuses, but take in the visuals, the sound. It's not about my piss poor game skills. Awful. Again, listen to me concentrate. Oh, I forgot about the super bar. I completely forgot about the super bars. I only just realised then when his was charged. Now, granted, I may have not done a Super Street Fighter 2 comparison video for about 13 seconds, but the reason I wanted to bring a Saturn one into it again is obviously the Saturn is the best machine for balls. No, not balls. 2D fighting games. But also, I only just found my RGB lead again. Because if you look how long it's been since I did my last Saturn comparison, it's been a tad long. Balls. Okay, one more character, and then I'll try to reaffirm some level of skill when we pop in the Saturn version, which was released. That was probably 1995, wasn't it? Alright, alright. I like the pastry dishes in your hair. Plus your armbands are really metal. Did I ever see a Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo cabinet in arcades? I don't think I did. Yeah, I love the fact that all their eyebrows go over their headbands. They got that penfold thing from Danger Mouse going on. Although Guile doesn't appear to have any. Oh, I forgot what an awful pad this is. Yoink! How do you do that double denim, Van Damme? How do you? That must hurt. Oh, the music's stunning. I should probably get a soundtrack to it. Some of that in your face, Van Damme. Right, well there you go. Ignoring my god-awful fighting skills, this is just the all-round tasty and delicious and most amazing version of Street Fighter, to me at least, in its arcade form. So let's have a look at the SEGA Saturn version. So here we go with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo X on the SEGA Saturn. Now obviously the way the screen is displayed is going to be different to the arcade, and this is actually running on a PAL machine. But other than that, let's take a look at how it looks. I could have walked into that one slightly better than that. I may edit the loading times, I may not. It's a surprise. Possibly I should have shut up and edited them then. Anyway, title screen. Pretty much a no-brainer that you're going to have the full intro. Every version manages to pull that off. Oh wait, no Cammy tongue. That sounded really awkward. No Cammy. Oh no, there we go. My memory's screwed. For a minute I was worried then. Right. Really needs to get some anger management going on there. So all about the lightning. Sweet. Right, now hopefully I can play this because I'm on the Sexy and Delicious Model 2 Saturn pad, which is, well, sexy and delicious. Although, having said that, I might make myself look like a fool now. But anyway, arcade mode, so no extra modes. This pack, by the way, comes with Street Fighter Alpha 2 Rush Edition and Street Fighter the New Challenges. I'm not sure why we have two versions of the same game. I just would have put this one in. But again, it's definitely, you know, recommended. Get a Japanese one, it's super cheap. I don't even know if it made it to the West. It probably did. West pattern releases are not my thing. We'll go with standard game speed. And we'll go with Kenneth. First. And we'll be fighting in a lovely, was it brown? No. So obviously the music you'd expect to be absolutely bang on because it's running off the CD. I may have cut them out, but to be fair, the loading times weren't really that bad. Some of this in your eye? Pussy. What are you blocking for? Everyone likes to smell the burning hair. Apart from Ken, because he's got peroxide on, he'll go up like a fucking lamp. So, right, the screen's a bit more, you know, cropped or compressed, but that's to do with, you know, running on a Saturn, a power Saturn, but I don't know, I'd be hard pushed to tell the difference. I mean, there's probably a cut in animation. I mean, even though the PlayStation took bigger cuts in animation and stuff like that, Saturn still did when you weren't using the memory cartridges. But then, as I said, I'm not an expert. I'm loving my Saturn now, but my brother had a Saturn back in the day, not me. My heart was with the PlayStation. Granted, I know it's somebody who's always loved fighting games. The Saturn was always a superior machine. I'm liking this. I mean, obviously there are people out there who know far better than I what's in or what's missing, or if it's even absolutely bang on arcade perfect. But to my untrained eye, it looks tasty and delicious. I'm liking this. I mean, obviously there are people out there who know far better than I what's in or what's missing, or if it's even absolutely bang on arcade perfect. But to my untrained eye, it looks tasty and delicious. Obviously the way I capture it's not going to make any difference. Oh, it's going to make a difference. What he said. See? Right, battle in China. Don't mind if I do. I really should, I said before, look up and see if there's a CD soundtrack. Let's get on, liquor style lady. Oh, cheeky. Why does it matter like fried eggs? Concentrating, can you hear the gears? I don't remember the bike sounding so prevalent, prominent, or something. She's kicking my ass. I'm wondering if this is not the basic or standard turbo setting that was the arcade. I don't know. Probably my favourite background, boring random fact. This looks lovely. Why did you, older brother, never have this back in the day when you had a Saturn? Alright. I like it. Just run in blindly, and if it doesn't work, do the exact same thing. There we go. Grapple that. Some of this. Lovely jubbly. How long does it take to kill a chicken? Or I could make an inappropriate joke with that bloke in the background. How long does it take to choke a chicken? See what I did there? There's no denying the Alpha series, you know, and I guess Street Fighter 3 really did up the visuals, but this to me will always be my pinnacle of the graphical style of Street Fighter. Once they put the anime-esque title screen in, you know, when all the characters didn't look like badly drawn or badly made clay models, or Madame Tussauds that they'd have too close to the radiator, then it was just absolutely bang on, perfect. Right, that was shocking. I take back that it's all on the pad. Right, well, we'll change character. I always forget which button it is so you can piss through the countdown, and I don't want to try it because I don't want to accidentally start it on that character again, because look at him, he's a whiny little baby. Shake it off, man. Walk it off, man. There we go. It rubs it in and makes you put your name in when you shit. Let's try that again. Thanks for going all the way back to the beginning game. Cheeky. No, we'll stay on the same for comparison purposes. I just want his white dobok. Gi. Overalls. Uh-oh. Let's go. I mean, it's so cool that it's Bruce Lee. It's Bruce Lee. We all know it's Bruce Lee. They couldn't call it Bruce Lee, but they should have just called it Bruce Lee. Because it's Bruce Lee. Did I say it was Bruce Lee? He's the perfect offensive fighter. I mean, fighting against me is obviously not much of a challenge, because all his moves are basically Ryu's moves, but backwards, in a retreating fashion. He's the perfect defensive fighter. You've still got to know what you're doing with him. I obviously don't. So now, cheeky. That's cool. I haven't done a super day glow move once so far, have I? Might help with my bar actually got charged. This is fantastic. Imagine if you got to play this, but at the time everyone else was playing, when it just came out, the SNES version. Oh dear God, look at his face. I'm sorry, Bruce. Don't stay mad at me. Right.
USSR.
Ah, the man with the hairy shins. I mean, come on, it's just not natural. Well, maybe it is. Maybe you've got hairy shins, in which case I'm sorry, I retract that statement.
Round one.
There we go, see?
Fight.
Well, you could just smell it. Just keep it. I can't do my super bar. Oh, what a shame. One more round. But basically, I think this is, I mean, there's a variation, well, there's differences in the speed between, you know, turbo and stuff like that, obviously, and the way the screen's squished a bit, but I personally think this looks absolutely bang on. I can't really notice any drops in animation. But as I always say, maybe I should get a white stick. Oh! And as I always say on this stage, massive warehouse like this, one fire extinguisher? Come on. Oh! Get something out of your life. I finally finished on something tasty and delicious. Super Street Fighter Turbo 2 Turbo X Arcade versus Saturn. I personally think the Saturn version is absolutely bang on the money. But as always, I'd love to know what you think, if you had this. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.